everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Danielle Louise and we do everything from beauty, fashion, lifestyle and motherhood over here on my channel. So please excuse this. I have just got out of the bath and I thought that I would do a makeup look with you. I've been wanting to do like an inspired makeup look for a while now, because they're one thing that I really like watching. You know, you see like your favourite celebrity with a beautiful makeup look, and sometimes you just want to recreate it. So first things first, I'm going to put my hair back and then I will show you who I'm going to attempt to recreate. So I've got these clips. I thought that I had more, but now I can only find these two. So we have odd ones. One's pink, one's white, but never mind. We'll go with it. So first things first, let's show you who I'm trying to recreate. It's not going to be the same because our facial features are completely different, but this is a makeup look that I am absolutely loving and would love to try and recreate. So the makeup that I'm going to be trying to recreate today is, of course, the beautiful Kylie Jenner. So you can see that there, like beautiful makeup, really bronzy, glowy skin, just gorgeous, and looks quite simple. We'll see how simple it is to recreate, but honestly I just think she looks absolutely amazing and I'm going to try and recreate that look. So I'll pop that there so that I can keep glancing at that. But anyway, I hope you're all well and doing okay in lockdown. I know that parts of the country have had some good news this week, so fingers crossed in England. Well, in England it is hopefully all restrictions are going to be lifted on the 21st of June. Wales, I think, are still waiting for the exact date at the moment, but I'm just praying so much, keeping everything crossed and hoping that this is all coming to an end and we can finally see our friends and family and just have a great summer. So fingers crossed then that we can do that. So to begin with, I'm just going to prep my skin. I'm going to just go over my skin with a cotton pad and the Elemis Soothing Apricot Toner. I love this, and I always feel like no matter, I just realised I've put tan on my face, so I'm just about to wipe it all off, but I've realised that no matter how much you clean your face, there's always bits left on, isn't there? Anyway, so to begin with, I'm going to go in with my eye cream. I sometimes apply like a serum to begin with, but my skin is a little bit oily at the moment, so I'm going to cut out that step just for today. So I'm going to apply my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue Eye Cream. This is honestly an amazing eye cream. I absolutely love it. It just makes the underneath of my eyes so hydrated, and honestly I don't think that I will be able to find one that I love as much as this one again, which it is a higher price point, but I do feel like it is worth it. So for now, unless anyone can recommend one that's just as good, then I will be sticking with my fave. And as you can probably see, my skin is having a bit of a meltdown again. It's a bit of a battle that I'm facing at the moment, and I think it's just, you know, hormonal, all sorts of bits and bobs like that. It's just hormones, which is one thing that us girls have to deal with sometimes. So yeah, let's hope that that clears up. So then I'm going over, then I'm going to apply, my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Day Cream, and again, Love this product. Absolutely love Charlotte Tilbury skincare. If you've not tried it, definitely recommend you doing so. It is honestly my fave, and it's just so nice on the skin. And I notice a massive difference if I don't use this. Yeah, definitely would recommend this one. So have you all been well? Thank you so much for supporting me on my last video and showing me some more love. I had lots more comments down below my video, and it was so nice to interact with you, and yeah, it really made my day, so thank you so much for that. That's my skin prepped, and actually I do quite like adding a little bit of the Harper Illuminated Moisturizer just on like the higher points of my face, just to add that little bit more of a glow. So let's apply a little bit of this as well. This is honestly the nicest smelling. I actually applied too much, so it's going all over as well. This is honestly the nicest smelling moisturizer that I've ever used. It is just amazing. It just smells luxury. It's just, I love it. So that is moisturizer. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm going to keep them quite natural, because that's how Kylie's are. Natural but still very defined. I'm just going to keep them quite defined. And she has got quite dark eyebrows, so that's good for me because mine are dark. So what is the first thing that everyone's going to do once lockdown is over? I just can't wait to see all my family. You know, like just to be able to say, do you want to come round for a drink? Do you want to come round and we'll have a barbecue if the weather's nicer? Just literally just to say, do you want to come to the house? Like, you know, that's just like so nice, you know, to be able to book to go for a meal, oh, just anything like that. It's basically just the social side of it, isn't it? You know, just to socialise, that'll just be amazing. So I'm just going to keep them quite defined and then faded at the front. So now I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just apply a little bit to the lid, and then use a brush to carve out my brow and to just matte out my eyelid. I'm going to go in and carve out the brow and then pat it also over the lid. Should I zoom you in all in a little bit? Take that right into the inner corner. Now I'm going to go in with a transition colour, and I think it looks like it's quite an orangey, like bronzy colour. So I'm actually going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm going to go in with a Spectrum B06 brush. I'm taking a little bit at a time because I feel like you can't take it away, so just go in with a little bit to begin with. I'm just going to take that into the crease. Just really gently working it in, keeping it more towards the outer corner to begin with, and build it up there before dragging it in. And instead of dragging it down, I'm dragging it across, and then every time just going in with a tiny bit more, tapping off the excess. and going back in. Just making sure that that blend is seamless. So taking a little bit more on the brush and then going a little bit lower into the crease and slightly more onto the lid. Just constantly building and building on the outer corner. I'm then going to go in to the HNB Cosmetics by Holly Boone, her palette, the Dare to Be Different palette, and I'm going to use brown here, which is called Rich, and I'm just going to use this to deepen the crease slightly more. These shadows are very, very pigmented, so do go in, you know, lightly to begin with. Ever so gently go into the crease. And I'm using a MAC 217S brush. And every time just getting a little bit more on the brush. Going back in with the blending brush just to blend out those edges. I'm then going to go in with the shade Sandalwood from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and that one there. And then I'm going to just deepen the crease even further with that one. Taking the MAC 217S brush again with Sandalwood, tapping off the excess and going in. Blending out again. It looks like now she's gone in with a winged liner, so I'm going to do that. I'm then going to go in with the oldie but a goodie Inglot Gel Liner. My Inglot Gel Liner, as you can see, is in a little bit of a mess and it is actually dried out, so I've just applied a little bit of the Secret Weapon Serum from Kate McIver, and it seems to have helped, so we're going to give this a go, because this is honestly the blackest eyeliner that I think I've used, and I need to repurchase because this is just like an oldie but a goodie. So I'm going to apply that. I'm going to try and do a very thin winged liner. So because I have had a problem with this, it is more of a grey colour, so I'm going to go over this, I think, with Black Truffle from the Huda Beauty palette. So I'm just going to clean up that, get really, really sharp. I'm just going to go like that with the cotton pad, making it really, really sharp. And then I'm going to go in with the same brush. This is just an eyeliner brush. I think it's from like an eyelash tint kit. And I'm just going to go in with the shade Black Truffle and just go over and set just going back over with the cotton pad, just to ensure that that is the sharpest it can be. Also making sure that the inner corner is sharp too. I'm then going to go in with some lashes. As you know, my favourites are the Ardell Wispies, but I do think that Kylie's eyelashes look a little bit more spiky, so I think I'm going to have to apply quite a lot of mascara as well. So we'll apply a layer, then we'll apply the lashes, and then we will apply more mascara. So I'll just do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've put on my lashes, you see. I've put them on and applied a coat of mascara, so I will apply another one in a little bit once these are dry. But now I thought we would start with skin. So Kylie's skin looks very glowy, airbrush, bronzed, quite natural, but still quite defined. So I'm first going to, sorry, I'm just getting my hair off of my face. I'm going to start with my by Terry CC serum. I'm going to apply that all over the face, this one. And then I'm going to apply my Illuminated foundation in shade 7.5 as well. I'm probably going to mix the two together and then buff that into the skin with my Real Techniques buffing brush. So apply a little bit all over, and then some of this foundation as well. I really like this foundation. I just feel like it's really light on the skin, not too heavy, not going to block up your pores. And then I'm just going to go around in circular motions, working that in. As you can see, it's a really light buildable coverage, not too heavy on the skin, which is something that I do like. This is also the perfect shade of foundation for me. Being careful and just going around the brows as well. And I do a mixture of like patting and buffing. Always taking it down the neck as well. I'm then going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and highlight my face. Kylie has a very bright under eye on this picture, and also a highlighted nose and chin. So I'm going to just apply it. Instead of usually I apply it all the way out, I'm just going to focus it very much so just on the inner, and try my best to not go out too far. So I'm going to go at the side of the nose and just keep it on the inner. The tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose, a little bit in the centre of the forehead, the chin, conceal any bits around my nose that's a bit red, and then obviously any blemishes that I have I'm going to conceal as well. I'm going to let that set for a second. I'm just going to go in with my contour. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Medium. I'm going to be applying a little bit of this round my cheekbones and keeping it quite high, like so. Same on the other side. I'm going to be applying it down the sides of my nose. And now Kylie has a really lovely little button nose, so I'm going to apply a little bit to the end, just to lift the tip of the nose. Down the sides, but not meeting the end. And then I'm also going to take a little bit and just swipe it across the tip. As you'll see, that will just lift the nose. Also a little bit under the lip, and then also around the hairline as well. Also under the chin, to get rid of any of those double chins. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my, it's like a little buffing brush, and I'm going to buff in my concealer first and then go over and do the bronzer. So with blemishes, I always like to pat rather than buff, because you don't want to take any of the coverage off of the blemish. And if you need more, just apply a little bit more where needed. My skin at the moment is just not happy, and I'm not happy about it either. So if you do have any recommendations of any skincare that is good for blemish prone skin, please send them my way, because I'm sick to death of spots. I think it's a lot down to having to wear a mask, so you know, it's one of those things we're going to have to deal with for now, but I definitely am putting it down to the mask wearing. So just pat it underneath the eye, trying not to take it out too far, keeping it here. Taking the buffing brush and buffing in the contour. Make sure you always buff upwards and not down, so you can keep that cheekbone high. I'm now going to go in with the Chocolate Soleil bronzer and just set that contour. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush like this one, swirl it around, tap off, and just set that contour. I'm also going to take Chocolate Soleil and apply it underneath my lower lash line. It also looks like to me Kylie has a black liner on the waterline, so I'm going to apply a little bit of the Inglot liner into the waterline as well. I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder, and just applying a small amount of this underneath the eyes and underneath the contour. Also centre of the forehead, around the nose, on the chin. Then I'm going to go in with my Hourglass bronzer just to warm the face up again. This is my favourite bronzer. It's just got the right amount of glow in it. Apply another coat of mascara to the lashes. Kylie also seems to have a small amount of mascara on the bottom lashes as well, so I'm just going to apply a little bit down there. For blush, I'm going to go in with NARS Orgasm. And it's kind of applied into the contour rather than, you know, onto the apples. It's more on the outer parts of the face, I think. I'm now going to go in with the Hoola Benefit bronzer and a blending brush. I'm just going to define the nose slightly more, because I just feel like hers looks slightly more contoured down the sides. And then Kylie doesn't look to have very much highlight on. So I'm actually going to just brighten slightly. I'm just going to go in with, rather than it actually being a shimmery highlight, I'm actually just going to go in with a little bit of the shade Canvas on a small brush, and I'm just going to slightly brighten the inner corner with this shade. Just a tiny bit, like hardly anything, just to slightly brighten that inner corner, because it doesn't look to me like it's a shimmery highlight that she's used. And I'm also just going to apply that same shade just underneath the brow, just to brighten that slightly. Okay, so now it's time for lips. So to prep, I'm going to go in with my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and this is the Apple Lime one. And I'm just going to pat a little bit of this onto my lips so they're nicely hydrated. I'm then going to line my lips with my trusted, you can see how much I love this because look how tiny it is. I actually got, this is my Spice Lip Liner from MAC. And on the picture, Kylie's Cupid's bow isn't too pointy, it's kind of like a wave. And I'm actually just going to get a cotton pad and just blot that. So take a little bit of the moisture away. I'm going to go in with a couple of MAC lipsticks until I actually get the right shade. I'm going to go in with the shade Snob, which that's a little bit pink. Applying that just to the centre, like so. Applying a little bit of the shade Snob to the outer corners, and then going over that first shade. We're still not there yet. I don't actually think I have a colour exactly like that, so I'm just going to work with it until we get to this point that we need to be at. So at the moment it's a little bit pinky. I'm just going to go over, with my finger and work that liner in. And then I'm actually going to try this. I've never tried this before. I'm actually just going in with a little bit of the Tantour and just going over the lid, just to bring a bit more nude into the pink. That is like amazing, it's so much better. And then I'm just going to go over with Peach Stock in the centre, brighten the centre slightly. To finish off, I'm just going to set my face with the MAC Fix Plus, and this one is the Gold Light one. So I'm just going to set my face with this. Now let me go and sort out this hair and I'll be right back.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes.
So this is the final result. I hope that you enjoyed watching me recreate this makeup look for you guys. I really enjoyed it. So please do let me know if this is something that you would like to see me do again, and I'll be sure to do that for you guys. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you did enjoy. Please leave me some feedback in the comments. Please do go over to my Instagram and follow me over there as well, because I'm going to be trying to do a little bit more content over there. And yeah, thank you so much for your support so far. It means so much to me, and I hope to see you here again for my next video. Bye everyone.